acceleratingcareers.tv. I'm your host, Gary Ryan. This episode is titled Personal Success Tip Number 4, Embrace the Power of Synchronicity. Now, I've just come back from a meeting with a senior state government bureaucrat about an event that I'm an MC for in the upcoming weeks. At the end of the meeting, we were talking about networking and the bad name that it's got, but yet how important it is. And while we were talking about that particular topic of networking and really embracing the opportunity to get out and meet people, and you just never know who you might meet, we were sharing different stories of how that had actually happened, which helped me to remember a book that I'd read about synchronicity. Now, synchronicity is when good things happen as a result of supposedly chance events. And the issue is if you don't put yourself out there, you don't put yourself into situations to meet people through things and activities like networking, then you're at risk of actually not having synchronicity occur. Synchronicity is also when you bump into someone that you haven't seen for a long time and you either pretend that you haven't seen them or you actually embrace it. You walk up and you say, "Hi, I'm Gary," although you use your own name, and you say, "Oh," and they go, "Oh, yes, I remember you," and you have a conversation. Now, the power of synchronicity is that normally there can be a good thing that can happen either for the other person or for yourself, and you just don't know what it is. So it's absolutely worth going up and saying hello, and again, putting yourself out there. I've just never ceased to be amazed in the work that I do when I meet someone, how we know someone else mutually, yet we'd never met each other before. It's just amazing how many times that happens. Even my first time of working in elite sport, I was speaking with one of the AFL coaches, and it turned out that he knew an ex-football coach of mine. They were in fact best friends and had been in a wedding party together. I didn't know that going into that meeting. What do you think happened to the type of conversation we're having after sharing that information? So synchronicity can be really, really powerful. And what's really important is that you take the opportunity to seek it out. Now, I encourage you to have a read of this book. It's called Synchronicity, The Inner Path of Leadership by Joe Jaworski. Now, Joe Jaworski has quite a famous background because his father was the lawyer that brought down Nixon in Watergate. So he's got a fairly famous history. And Joe went down a similar path of being a successful lawyer himself until one day his life came to a stop effectively as a result of some of his poor behaviour. He had a girlfriend in every port despite being a father and a married man. His wife left him. Now, he was a rich man, so he could afford to do this. He went to Europe and he basically went to the hills in Europe to find himself, and along that way he started to meet people, and supposedly chance events became a lot more meaningful for him, and he was able to find other people who could help him really to get to know and understand himself, and it's completely changed the life that Joe has led since then. So synchronicity can be really powerful, and I think you might find this is a very powerful read. So what I suggest you to do with embracing the power of synchronicity is to really put yourself out there, understand that networking is not just about getting and meeting people for the sake of it. It really is about how might you be able to help the people that you're working with or meeting, like genuinely taking that perspective, and then often if they'll be doing the same thing and they might be able to help you too. So embrace the power of synchronicity. Now, if you're not aware, I'm just releasing or pre-releasing my book, What Really Matters for Young Professionals, How to Master 15 Practices to Accelerate Your Career. If you're in the first 10 years of your career, then you're a young professional, and you might find that this book is a really useful tool, a set of practical tips and strategies about 15 practices that you can master to accelerate your career, and you might like to check out the online learning program that goes with the book. Once again, my name is Gary Ryan, and I really look forward to working with you next time.